Hello, ladies and gentlemen, returning back for round 3, and as you can see, BatMando is first player, so I will be taking the initiative in this round, but we still have Deathfire, who is a pilot initiative 2, moving forward, and he lands on an asteroid, and then takes damage for the asteroid, but no additional damage for it. So, not a great way to start for the Empire, but things do happen. And I go ahead and take Graz in on a 2 hard, but unfortunately it is just out of arc for Graz to go ahead and take on Deathfire. And then you can see Nadru moving slowly forward, and then we now move on to other things. So, as you can see, the Empire is still moving forward with their plan to try to take on and eliminate Talonbane there. So you have Reimer, who just went forward, and then Captain Jonus following in formation there. So that is all his fours, and as you can see, we have focus tokens on both of his initiative 4 bombers. Now, in which case, Dirge here is going to go ahead and do a Talon roll, anticipating that Rexler is probably going to do the typical TIE Defender thing, and that is do a 4K when you see that the enemy is about to fly by. So, in which case, Cavill is also lined up to take on Rexler, and then you see Talonbane has come in, and he's in a troubled spot, but there's nowhere that he can go. I can't barrel roll to the side, and he does not have an engine upgrade so that he can boost out of that. So, in which case, we will see what happens to Talonbane. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you are new to X-Wing, welcome to our channel, and this is what we refer to as a battle report or round report on this channel. And as you can see right here, we got Tomax, who just flew over and clipped the asteroid, and to add insult to injury, bumped into his own person. So, on that move, Tomax lost 3 damage, or 3 hull. So, yeah, not looking good for those 2 particular TIE bombers at this point in time. So you can see that Rexler has gone ahead and do the 4K. He is going to put down the evade and the focus token, as is traditional for those defenders. And now we are ready for shots. So, trying to examine who is it that I'm going to be shooting at first. And we go ahead and take the range 1 shot from Dirge into Rexler. We are able to get it to a hit and a crit, but unfortunately Rexler uses his evade and Dirge has no damage to show for it. Now, in which case we now have Cavill trying to hit. So in this case, Cavill's going to get 4 attack die, and we go ahead and spend the focus to make it 3 hits, to which Rexler has now lost 2 shields. So that Cavill attack can be very, very deadly when it works in your favor. So now we got Talonbane. Talonbane is going to go ahead and take his shot into Tomax, debating on whether I'm going to be spending the focus, but we only decide to leave it at 2, and Talonbane is able to hit Tomax for a damage. Every damage counts at this point in time. So now we're going to go ahead and move right along. So we have our shots being taken. We got the so Rexler was able to hit Dirge for a damage. And now we are moving on to who is going to be the first 4 to shoot. So I am now examining, does Graz have that arc, and does he have the range? So he has it at range 2. I'm going to go ahead and fire off, and in which case Graz is able to hit Tomax for a damage. Now we're going to need to go ahead and start examining what is going on with Nadru. Can he make that shot? So here's where we were getting into a discussion, just to clarify something on barrage rockets. Now, long story short, if you want to use the secondary ability of barrage rockets, you have to be in bullseye, but I was confirming that I could actually still shoot with barrage rockets even though this shot is outside of bullseye. So here we go, 3 attack, spent the focus, and Nadru is able to kill Tomax Bren. So that's going to change the score, obviously, as we get closer to the end of this round. So now we're going to go ahead and get Reimer to take a range 1 shot into the side of Talonbane there using barrage rockets. So Jonus reroll as typical, in which case 2, and then I was able to evade it, but he has saturation salvo, and I was able to evade it a second time. So now we move on to Captain Jonus, who has a range 2 barrage rocket attack, and go for the reroll. And it is 2 crits, so if either one gets through, it's bad, and it does. Talonbane, as you may recall, had a fuel leak. He got a second fuel leak, and now is dead. So, after totaling up who was closest to what point and everything else, Skyworthy has 8, and I have 7. So, in which case, ladies and gentlemen, tune in for our next round, and as always, BatMando out.